The Lenovo Yoga 710 is an old device, but I thought I'd talk about how it's fared long term. Devices are usually only reviewed within the first couple months of release, and occasionally 6 to 12 months later to let people know how reliable the manufacturer is. In the same vein, I thought it would be nice to look at how the device is doing after just over a year and a half of use. On hardware reliability, some edges are sharper than I'd like, but they have never posed a problem to everyday use. There are some dings here and there, but the aluminum build holds up nicely. The screen is still good, but it is glossy, so when it's bright out, you end up seeing your reflection. Upping the brightness can fix it, but it doesn't get that high, so you're cursed with potential reflections if you want to use the device in bright lighting. The trackpad and keyboard are just as great as they were when it was new, so no worries there. Though the Synaptics drivers on the trackpad isn't very good, and some of the gestures magically stopped working. I believe that the new Lenovo laptops are using Windows Precision drivers, so that's great. A consistent problem with the keyboard is the layout. It has an up arrow in between the question mark and the shift key, so unless you use the left shift key a lot, you may have a problem. It took me about a month to stop hitting the up arrow frequently, and I had to use the left shift key a lot more to entirely stop having the problem. Since I use multiple devices, I still have the problems occasionally. The device is running a 6th gen i7 processor, so it's still zippy for everyday tasks. I haven't noticed any lag unless the program also happens to rely on the GPU. Speaking of the GPU, it's running an NVIDIA GTX 940MX, and it hasn't fared very well. Right off the bat, it hadn't been very good at playing any graphically intense games, and that, unsurprisingly, continues today. Although less demanding games are fine, some do trigger the fans and it gets moderately loud, so you may want to wear some headphones. Games also eat up your battery life, so if you're looking for some endurance retro gaming, you might be a little disappointed. As for battery life for everything else, it's mostly held up. When I first got the device, I got around 7 hours of battery. Nearly a year and a half later, the battery life has reduced to around 5 to 6 hours for general stuff, although I can squeeze out a little bit more depending on what I'm up to. I wouldn't call this battery life stellar, but it's long enough for a lot of tasks. Overall, this is a great device and it's aged well. You're probably more likely to find a 720 or the newer 730 on store shelves though. If they're anything like the 710, however, I believe that they're worth a pickup. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Feel free to leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.